We got a little music news. Somebody sent this in, and I thought this was kind of cool, so we'll share it real quick. I mean, we didn't have a Music Monday this week, but some of you guys have been sending me some music stuff anyway throughout the week, so I thought we'd do one of them. And this is pretty cool. I appreciate you sharing this. But let's go to this next. Punk is alive and well thanks to Emory Class and Rose Archive. So this is from Emory. Is it Emory College or Emory University? Let me see. Emory University. Okay, I wasn't sure. It's not an institution I'm super familiar with, so I wasn't sure if it was Emory College or Emory University. But it's Emory University. So here's a flyer for a performance of Atlanta hardcore band Neon Christ, and it's part of the Roses Library Growing Punk Collection at Emory University, documenting punk and DIY culture in Atlanta and the Southeast. By the 1980s, punk music had gotten America's attention. Black Flag, The Clash, the Sex Pistols, and many other bands were pushing the boundaries of music and art. Afro-punk and Riot Grrrl became movements in which persecuted groups could push back against oppressive authorities. Neon Christ, Act of Faith, and Crisis Under Control led Atlanta's own punk scene. No one had heard anything quite like punk. Punk's Not Dead is an explository writing course at Emory this fall. God, I would love to take that class. Wow, I said clash. Did you hear me? That wasn't even on purpose. I meant to say I would love to take that class, and I said I would love to take that clash. Ha! That's a funny slip, if ever there was one, right? All right. The instructor, John Fritz. Actually, you know what? I want that job. Joseph Fritz, excuse me. I can't read this morning, guys. This is my first episode back. We had a little bit of time off, and I'm reading this for the first time. You guys get it. His first-year students have followed the punk revolution. Why can't I have his job? Their goal has been to capture its essence and use it to enhance their writing. I've always had a real passion for punk, the music, the community it creates, the sense of working against authority, and creation itself within the community, Fritz says. He has that the DIY element of punk culture specifically empowers students to write. The aesthetic of DIY, the less than perfect, the rough around the edges, is one that I love to compare to the drafting process of writing, which means, look, if you take this guy's class and you turn in your paper and you use whiteout pen to write it, he has to give you an A. You gotta be like, look, man, punk aesthetics. If you just you cut out letters of magazines, paste them all together, Xerox it, and turn in your paper that way, he has to read it. If I was teaching that class, I'd accept it. If you were just like, Ron, this is punk rock, I'd be like, fair enough. Or at least on the outset, I'd give a disclaimer. I'd be like, look, you have to type it. I get it. You can make the argument against it, but you have to type it. If you want to make a really cool cover page, I'm in. And you get bonus points. Not extra credit, just bonus points. But unless this guy has a rule, you can just like GG Allen it and just turn in a piece of paper with a pile of shit on it and be like, hey man, I'm deconstructing. And he'd be like, this is absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to look at that further, and I don't want it in the classroom. So you just get an A for creativity, and please throw that away. And they'd be like, touche. Be like, punk revolution, right? Huh? Don't do that. If you're taking the class and you're watching this video, don't do that. I'm sure Professor Friss is a good guy, and I don't want to see that happen in his class. All right. So let's see what else there is to this. All right, let's learn a little bit more about the collection, then we'll move on to other things. The Stuart A. Rose Manuscript Archives and Rare Book Libraries Punk Rock Collection, which covers 1980 to 2009, is essential to the class's investigation. It allows for its students to look extensively at punk history and culture in Atlanta and across the United States. Students spent an entire class period in October in the Rose Library interacting with the punk collections. Man, how cool is that? If there's any institutions in Los Angeles watching this video, I am available to teach that class here in LA. I will get the right help. I will consult the right people. I will get some good we'll try to get Henry Rollins to be a guest speaker, although I haven't been able to get this on him on this show, so I don't know how good a job I'll do with that, but I'll try. We'll try to get Jello to come down for a bit. We'll try to get some of the folks from X to come in. We'll have a good old time. I will teach that class. What a gig, right? What a gig.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and